All right, hey guys, it's Josh from Code FOILS here. Super excited to show what we got going on at the AWSI 2025. It's cool to speak on the Green Hat YouTube. The one that our customers have been dying to see is this new X-Foils. So it's a surf range, a lower aspect than what we've got at the moment compared to the S and the R. And it's really geared towards people that just want to frickin' rip. We've used it a lot in prone conditions, but we've also found out that people that wing it, and then even the guys here at the hatchery have been loving to downwind it. It's a foil that's just made to turn. So you definitely, what we've gained in the turning and the radicalness of it is we've lost in a little bit of pump. But in saying that, it still pumps amazing for a surf foil. So I think this is really going to speak to the person that has been foiling already maybe for a year, and they can already connect 1 to 2 waves, and they're really looking to maybe surf a little bit closer to the pocket or just get those turns while winging or para winging a little bit more radical, and then that's the foil for you. So we're releasing the 810, which is kind of, we've found for, you know, the 80 kilo person, or is it maybe 180 pounds, is it? Or I don't really know the conversion, but that foil's landed really good for the first product that we're going to release. But however, we've already got a few more that we're building around the line. We've got a smaller one that's a 700, a bigger one that's an 890, and another one that's a 985. And I think those sizes are going to go really well as well. We're tuning it because it does have a lot of roll and a lot of control over the foil. I've definitely just been tuning it myself with the medium fuse and the 150R. I know people that have been loving it with the smaller fuse and smaller tails, but it's a really nice place to start when you're first grabbing this foil. Just starting with medium and 150R, and then because it does have a lot more roll compared to the other foils. Some other exciting things, we've got an aluminium mast. We just wanted to create a product to just kind of speak to those people that are maybe buying into our brand for the first time, and you know, just try and reduce costs pretty much. We've built a mast that is 75 and 80 centimeters. It's a great mast. You know, for an aluminium product, it's a great stiff mast that really complements our gear. So I think this is going to be a really good addition to our line. Another really hot product here at AWSI has been the foil drive integrated mast. We've got 2 of them. We've got an 11 centimeter pod and a 17 centimeter pod. I had a lot to do with the R&D with this, and I personally wanted an 11 centimeter pod, which pretty much makes it, you can't even feel the motor. And I feel a lot of people are progressing with their foil drive skills to this height. We've also made the 17 centimeters for the people that are maybe not as confident with their foil driving, and it's just like a good all-rounder. The integrated pod, you can barely feel anymore. So you can see it's got like a half pod into the carbon. Super slippery feel. Like when you dip that pod to use the motor, or if you accidentally dip it, you can barely feel it. So we're trying to make the closest thing to free foiling. And working with Foil Drive, and myself working for Foil Drive, I've been able to deal with the designers in both brands to build what I reckon is the best foil drive integrated mast. Besides that, we're just gearing out a bit more of our ranges. We've got an addition to the S range. We've got a 1725. No. So we've just made a bigger S. We found whilst traveling Europe and also around here in the inland lakes of America that people love these big foils to pump around, to do flat water pumping, or even light wind winging. And this new bigger S foil is just, I love it. I've actually pumped a kilometer upwind into 15 knots on this, and I can still downwind when it's 4 knots or something. So it's just a good foil to have in your quiver for those like condition days that aren't that great. So I think from being here the last couple of days, you can definitely see a huge push in the electric products. I think what I can see is that we're finding these electric products really good for days where there's no wind or new people coming into the industry. It's just such a great learning tool, or a tool to just fill the gaps when there's no wind or waves. So there's a lot of products that are collabing with electric brands, and yeah, that's the biggest thing that I've seen this year for sure. If I was stuck on a desert island and I could only choose one whole setup, it'd obviously be a code foil setup. I always ride a 75 centimeter plus mast. I just find that mast, I really like the stiffness of it. I like the height. So if you're going over reef or a small, a shallow sandbar, it's got the best possibility of not scratching your foil. I really love the 980S. I can turn that thing and pump that thing for days. And I really love a medium fuse with a 142 tail. I like, a lot of people think that maybe the better you get, the shorter the fuse length you like, but I don't agree with that. I really like a medium fuse just because I find when pumping or doing turns that pitch height management, you don't have to deal with as much. You can kind of really throw your whole body into it and it's not going to be doing the nose up, nose down thing the whole time. So I like a longer fuse. I think it personally smooths out your foiling and it makes it look nicer and more flowy.
If you want more reviews like this, like, comment, all that fun stuff. And you can check us out at greenhatkiteboarding.com.